from Apricot Yarn and Supply.
And I'm Cheryl. Hi.
And we're just here to talk about some projects that we're working on right now. I guess I'll start with the Ranunculus.
Okay. I'm kind of a one-at-a-time project person. Sarah likes all the projects.
I get bored really easily, so if I don't do more than one, then I get like, I'm done with knitting.
I'm like hyper focused.
Alright, so Cheryl, I think, has talked about some Ranunculus she has knit, and all of hers are kind of wintry versions, so yeah. I decided to knit up a summer one. This is with Quince & Co. Kestrel. It's 100% linen, worsted weight, and it's kind of that tube construction.
It feels nice.
So it's nice and light. I just used the size given. There's like a larger size that you can choose also if you would need to add in some extra room or bust starts. She has a bunch of modifications actually.
I think I just got the update yesterday.
Yeah, she has a smaller size now too. So I found that I did a provisional cast on to kind of be in charge of my neckline at the end rather than at the very beginning. And I'm glad I did that. I feel like she really gives you a good explanation of all her unique terms that she uses. They're right there in the pattern for you to look at.
And then are you watching each video for there's a video for almost every different textural thing that's going on in the top.
Yeah, so I didn't watch the videos. I kind of knew what they were supposed to look like from your samples that you had knit. And when I did her steps, they made sense. So I didn't need to like see it done.
Maybe that means I'm a visual learner. You were able to read it and it makes sense. Doesn't she give options for two different necklines?
Yeah. So
one is wider and one's more narrow or something. It's been a while since I did mine.
Yeah, the difference is pretty small. I think it's a couple inches of difference between the two necklines. I went with the larger version just because it's easier cast on.
I chose the easier cast on too.
But it ends up being the same amount of stitches, so I think really what it's doing is creating a tighter neck or a looser neck rather than a bigger neck, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Just
all right.
From what I see, I haven't tried the smaller neckline and that cast on, so I don't know how it really behaves.
Okay. Yeah, I did the easier of the two technique-wise. Do you think yours is going to be long sleeve, or what do you think you'll do with the sleeves?
I'm going to do short sleeves. I like the way you put the ribbing. I should go grab one.
Oh, that's right. So I think the pattern has you just bind off. Yeah, you just take this edge, pick up those stitches, and then you just bind off. So sometimes the edge has a little curl to it. So yeah.
Kind of like a fluttery sleeve.
Right, which is pretty and feminine, but I guess I wanted ribbing. I wanted it to kind of match the neckline and the bottom.
Yeah, so Cheryl added like this little bit of ribbing on the end of her sleeve, and I like that just because it kind of pulls the sleeve down and pulls it straight more over your arm rather than kind of fluttering up above your shoulder.
I think I liked it. Yeah, a little bit more finished that way, and it's cool with the twisted rib edge.
Yeah. So that's probably how I'll finish the sleeves, and then I'll just work the body. I probably end up making it a little longer than the written.
Yeah, so it's not so cropped.
But we'll see.
I like it in the linen a lot. It's really defined and it's really crisp. Yeah. Yeah, we've had a couple customers come in with a linen version, right?
Yeah. And the really
I like it.
Fun part about this pattern is you can kind of make up your own version, really, because you could combine two interesting yarns. I have 100% silk yarn and a cotton that I'm going to try to do for one of these. It was some silk I've had on for a long time. But I wanted to add a little bit of something that wasn't fuzzy for another kind of summery. This one will probably smooth quite a bit when it's blocked. I've found that this yarn definitely does that. But yeah, it's two very different textures, the different yarns.
Yeah, that'll be pretty in summery. I like it. Okay, all right, I'll go ahead and show mine. Mine is the Turtle Dove, the second version. This is by Espace Tricot. Is that how you say it? And I am knitting it up with this, it's the Illimani Amelie which is a blend of silk. I think it's 56% silk, and then it's got baby alpaca and a little bit of wool as well. And I'm knitting it on a size US 9 needle, and I'm trying to look. There's a little bit of short rows on the back, so I could see those little bumps. But so I just want to show you the front. It's got twisted ribbing on the top, and it's kind of like a little mock turtleneck, so it's not going to flip over. And then just this fabric is so incredible, so light and beautiful that I'm just on the stockinette body, and it's not boring because it's just so delicious. It is so amazing to touch. So this pattern is, I'm just going to show you how it's going to look when it's done. It's got a lot of ease. It's almost poncho-like in a way, and it's got a pretty split hem at the bottom. This is where the raglan is happening right here, and even that is just a real simple knit front and back on either side of the raglan. So yeah, so far it's been really straightforward, and I think I'm about 4 balls into it, and I am just so excited by this pattern. Yeah. And if you come in, you've got to feel it. I'll probably, if I'm here, I'll put it into your hands so you can feel it. It just feels incredible, and I just love it. I guess the only thing that I'm deciding on is how long the sleeves will be, because it is like a longer swingy kind of construction. I kind of think that it would be pretty if it was kind of like a bracelet kind of length. And then it has a really nice big chunky border at the bottom that kind of mimics the top with that really pretty twisted rib. And the other day when I separated for the sleeves, I threw it on, and this looks really good at the top. It's good. It looks small, but it's really stretchy at the top, the neckline. And I really love turtlenecks. So this is a project that I just adore, and almost like a good book, I just don't want it to end. It's just so lovely. And yeah, this Amelie yarn is just unbelievable. It's so incredibly soft. And it has this real pretty lightness to it too, because it's also that chainette construction. Yeah, isn't that funny? Yeah, so it's the tube itself is made with the silk.
Yeah, the tube is the silk, and then they blow in the alpaca and the merino fiber.
Yeah.
So super light for how much? You get 164 yards, I believe, and 50 grams. So lots of yardage for a worsted.
Yeah.
Also creating such a light fabric.
It's really light.
And
it's light and
make
soft and fluffy.
Nice and drapey. So
yeah. Right. Yeah, you should see how it looks when I work on it, and the light's coming in from my window in the morning, and it just illuminates the silk. It's just like an experience. It's just so amazing. It was funny, I had it the other day, and my mom took a magnifying lens out. We were looking at the yarn with a magnifying lens, and you can see how it's like pretty marled. It's got so many different tones in there, and you could see the little black alpaca fibers. There's a lot of black in there actually, but it's really fun to look at your yarn with a magnifying lens. And you can see the construction and how neat it is. So that was fun. All right, what else do you have?
And that's a free pattern on Ravelry, right?
Yes.
Or I guess you could probably go to Espace Tricot's website, but easy to find on Ravelry.
Yeah, a free pattern. Yeah, and it's like a 2-page pattern. Everything is really straightforward, and I know it could be a first sweater endeavor. And yeah, there's like minimal shaping, and the shaping that's required is pretty basic. Yeah.
It could be a first one.
It could. Yeah.
So I have been working on this in between a few other projects. It's the weekend slipover VNeck by PetiteKnit. It's of course because of PetiteKnit, she loves to combine 2 yarns, but I decided to try it with this Phullu, I guess is the name of it. It is by Mirasol, and it is also alpaca and merino, so it has like a super fuzz factor to it without having to add the mohair in.
So it's one strand?
One strand, and this one It's a very loose chain end, rather than the two like the Illimani. It's kind of like
chain
a
end?
yarn.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one, it looks pretty simple. The shaping is a little more advanced. It's not just, I think if you knit some petite knits, if you stick with her patterns that are kind of those beginner-friendly ones, the novice, a few of them she kind of said straightforward, this is great for beginners.
And no frills too,
Yeah,
right?
those are pretty simple. The other sweaters that look very simple and clean have a little more tailored type construction.
Even though they look basic,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they're
look
more
basic.
involved. Mhm.
So I kind of like this. This yarn is not stretchy, so it kind of like hugs onto itself and it's non-superwash. I feel like I can block it a little bit longer maybe.
Did
but
you say
it
it's
doesn't-
alpaca?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it doesn't slide on itself like maybe applied alpaca yarn. It's
Mhm.
more like it has no hair.
This ribbing feels so good. It's really, really nice. And you've got that perfect edge on it too.
Yeah, it has
That's
the
really,
Italian bind off.
yeah.
And she has videos on her website. Although unfortunately they are in Norwegian.
So you just watch.
Yeah.
You just watch.
I actually really like there's a video for tubular bind off by Phullu, and that's the one I go to every time.
And that's what you did right here?
Yeah.
All right. It really looks so beautiful the way it's just a continuous edge.
Yeah.
And it's really stretchy.
Yeah, it's nice, especially there's no hard section.
This one has a similar feel to this.
Mhm.
Maybe it's a little bit thicker, but it's so soft and drapey and beautiful.
Yeah, it's listed as a worsted, but it has I think this pattern, the two combo yarns that she used, it's called a bulky, or chunky. And what else was I going to say about this? Oh, lots of yardage per skein because of that, the construction style, it like stretches out the fiber. So it's not so dense, it's really light and airy.
Yeah, you could see how it looks like a little chain, but you have to look really carefully
it,
because it's so
it
fuzzy.
melts together pretty quick. So.
Yeah. And what's happening up here at the top? Is this a 3-needle bind off that happens right here? Because it almost looks invisible.
It's a pickup, so you cast
okay.
on for the back, and you do a few rows of short rows, and then you
Just right
pick up
here.
for the front.
Okay.
And then you're going down. So
Okay. This color is fantastic. And this is the edge that it's going to be, or do you pick up and add ribbing?
No, it'll
here?
have ribbing. It fills it in quite a bit.
Okay.
It's like the same amount of ribbing as the part
Okay.
on the neckline.
So do you think you'll wear like a t-shirt under here?
I think so. I really liked the photo of the woman who was wearing it in the picture. It was kind of like I could picture myself wearing that. So
Yeah, just
it'll probably
really,
be like
really
that.
easy with jeans.
Yeah.
It feels heavenly. I just love it.
It's really like.
That's beautiful.
Okay, so I think that's what we're working on now. Of course, I do have to say I have like several other projects
You
that
do?
I'm working on.
Oh my gosh!
But those are the
I
two
literally-
main projects
I-
that need to get done.
I short circuit just thinking about how many work in progress projects you have. Yeah. I'm a one-track girl. Why don't you tell everybody what the name of your sweater is before we sign off?
Sure. I'm wearing the Sunset Highway sweater by Caitlin Hunter. I
It's
made
so pretty.
a few little modifications to the pattern, but this is the general color work.
And that's a fingering weight color work, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mine was less of a time
What-
investment.
Yeah.
Mine
What's
is
the name of your sweater?
The Throwover by Andrea Mowry, and mine is written for worsted weight. Yeah, even though I used Scout for some of it and then worsted through the body. So yeah, mine didn't take very long. Yours probably took a little bit longer,
Yeah.
but it has such a nice feel to it. It's more delicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't knit that many others fingering weight sweaters since.
How long do you think it takes you?
I don't even know. A long time.
Really? Yeah, mine was just a matter of weeks, I think. Yeah. All right, well, thanks for joining us today, and bring in your projects when you come in. We'd love to see what you're knitting too.
Yeah. Thanks. See ya.
Bye.